I just finished building Deadpool trading card in Magic, so here's my full deck tech. The whole point of this deck is to make Deadpool's ability trigger as many times as you can, so your opponents have no creatures and instead a board full of Deadpools that are draining them each upkeep. Now, while Rakdos may not have many clones, Red happens to be really good at creating token copies of creatures. Now, some of these copies say non-legendary, but not all of them do, which means you will have to sacrifice them due to the legend rule. However, Deadpool's first line of text is a replacement effect rather than an ETB ability, which means it triggers before state-based actions are checked. All that really means is, before you lose your Deadpool, you will get to do a text box swap. Now, you won't get to keep whatever creature you take, but it does mean that your opponents will have to deal with another Deadpool and will still lose their creature's text box. There are also ways to get around this. The Mirror Box feels really good in this deck, as well as the Master Multiplied. Probably one of the best cards in this deck because it also doesn't make you sacrifice or exile your tokens at the end of your turn, which many of these copy spells normally would make you do. Losing these copies, however, will trigger cards like Blood Artist, Pitiless Plunderer, and Mirkwood Bats, which doesn't feel too bad. You could also blink Deadpool to get his text changing ability again. There's not a ton of options for this since we don't have blue or white, but we do have Conjurer's Closet and Sword of Hearthstone in the deck, which seems pretty good. Now, how do we capitalize on Deadpool's drain ability other than just draining our opponents? Well, Exquisite Blood and Bloodthirsty Conqueror both let us also gain life with this, which feels good, and Valgavoth seems ridiculous in the deck. Once you get each opponent to have a Deadpool, every turn you're putting 3 1/1 counters on him and drawing 3 cards. That's disgusting. Now, Deadpool's third ability, where they could pay to sacrifice it and let everyone draw cards, can be a minor problem, but we can get around that with Cursed Idol just turning off that ability, or even if your opponents are drawing cards, Razorkin Needlehead and Scrawling Trawler won't make that feel as bad. I added plenty of recursion effects to feel like Deadpool's healing factor, and I also threw in a couple defectors just because it feels super on brand for Deadpool to just be like pissing people off, making them attack each other. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. How are you building Deadpool? And don't forget to follow because pretty soon I'm going to be dropping a Deadpool deck that's all silly with silver bordered and playtest cards. And I'm also going to be trying to see if Deadpool could work in CEDH, so stay tuned for that. I'll also drop the full deck list in the comments so you could go check that out now.